Hi, thanks for checking out our channel here. This is going to be kind of an overview, possibly repair video on this particular unit. This is a Statesman Super Energizer. This is a sold to the Southern States co-op stores. It's basically a rebadged Parmax, all it is. This is a private label deal that they came out with a long time ago. They still are, I think Southern States are still either selling just the Parmax branded stuff or they're selling their Statesman, whatever brand models they got out there now. We've actually worked on this unit before, not too long ago, and the guy got it back, and it's, I guess, doing the same thing it did when he shipped it here originally, but when I shipped it off, it was working fine, so I'm not sure what happened. So we sent him a label, he shipped it back to us. He did take it apart to see if he could see anything loose or out of the ordinary in it, and he didn't see anything that he could tell was wrong, so I said, well, get it back here. So I sent him a label and shipped it back to us. So I don't remember what we did to it exactly before. I know we put a new gauge in it. I think we put some new hardware at the bottom. And something else, I'm sure, but I don't remember. It might ring a bell once I open it up. It's been, a week or two ago, whatever it was, since we worked on it. Okay, everything looks good, working order. So the complaint on this one, I believe, is that it comes on and clicks, but there's like no output, and the gauge stays in the red. And what we did to it, and I'm looking here and trying to remember, I think we put possibly a new PTC switch. This piece right here, I think, was new. The transformer, I think, has been replaced, but not by us, because there's bushings holding the transformer in where we put bolts and nuts and hardware in. We did change out the needle gauge here, so you can see we plugged the wires on, put a bolt through it to lock that in place, and we put, I think, some new hardware on here. So like I said, I don't see, like he was saying, I don't see anything out of the norm with it right now. So not sure what happened to it between us fixing it and shipping it back to him. And it does have a service sticker in here from Parma from 2014. So maybe, and see that's got some kind of stamp number on there, which is, I think, a part number or something right there. It's a 2001 model, so it's February 2001, so it's a 24-year-old unit. But the service sticker from Parmac, when they did it, was from October 2014. And I think they replaced this transformer. I don't know about the circuit board at all. Maybe we put I don't know what we did to this thing. I have to pull up and look, but let's plug it in here. Okay, the gauge is not working, but it sounds healthy. It sounds good physically. All right, let me, because the transformer is bad, I think that they get a little softer and quieter on their sound. It sounds healthy, so let's put tester across it here. Oh yeah, see the unit cell's working fine. We're getting 10,000 volts out of it. See my meter there's maxing out at the 10. So the unit cell works fine. It's the gauge is not working right. I can see it kind of bouncing there, but why is it? I mean, the only thing, maybe, we get the wires on backwards, because this does have a kind of a. I don't think this is right. I think the way I had it was right before. Gauge doesn't move at all. Okay. So, like, see the gauge sort of bouncing with it, but why is it not working here now? I can see where I did solder the wire, the green one on there, because I think the green one had popped off. and I soldered it back on. Let me, just for shits and giggles, let me go grab another gauge real quick. Alright, got a new gauge here. Let's nope. Gauge still ain't working. So it's not a gauge issue. Unless, let me get my meter out here. I'm gonna do some continuity checking between the wires and the board. Let's go green wire to here. That's good. Yellow wire there. Let's see, because now this capacitor's got a big charge built up in it, so I need to discharge it real quick. So the unit is physically working, but the freaking gauge is not. And swapping the gauge out temporarily with another new one is not solving our issue. Oh, that's what happened. I see what happened. This yellow wire, that's our feedback wire. It's what gives that gauge the reading. See, it's kind of hanging out there. That's what came unplugged. And it's actually in the wrong freaking hole. And we didn't put a new board in there, so whoever put it in last time put in the wrong hole. It's supposed to go in this middle hole right here. Let's look down and saw, wait a minute, it's not plugged in. And this is the feedback wire. It's what gives the reading from the transformer through induction, through the windings and the plates and everything of the transformer. Feeds it into the board, and that board spits it over to here. So it goes into this little deal right there. So that's all that's wrong with it. It's we're in the wrong hole. I guess I didn't even pay attention what was over there. But I guess it really does. I mean, it can go in that hole, but I think it was stretched pretty thin for space, you know, lengthwise to get from here to there. And I think it was just pulled so tight that, yeah, actually the old wire is stuck in that hole there, so it just wobbled and broke loose, I guess. So that's all that's wrong with it. Let's hope we can get that out of there. Okay, hold on. I need let's see if we can use, because it's like right down inside there, and you gotta hold that little thing open so you can get that out. Oh, there it is. Now, let me just do this. It's coming out in strands. Alright, now it's on there. So what I'm going to do is take this wire, open up that little spring there, which opens up that little mouth, shove that back inside, pinch it off. Now it's nice and tight. So now, so that yellow wire had broke loose. That's what our problem was. It was working fine when I shipped this thing off to the guy. So it must have happened, must have been holding on by a thread, and then bounced around on shipping or whatever, or something, the vibration, you know, going on the back of a truck, you know, UPS, mail, however we shipped that thing. Must be on this last little bit of wire is just stranded. But now this is a lot it's not so tight, because it's pretty tight going from here to there when it wraps around that transformer. Now I bet we plug it in. I bet that gauge goes to working. Look at that. There we go. Just a loose wire, broken wire, whatever. It's all wrong with it. Okay, well. Put this one to rest. We'll put these screws back in it and call it done. Let's make sure. Yep. You're still working. Alright, well that's it for this one. Thanks for checking out our channel and another one of our videos. If you got a Southern States Super Energizer or whatever, there's a Model 700, which, whatever, I don't care what the model number is. But be happy to take a look at it for you. There's information right there. There are links down in the description area below. And until next time, see you guys later on.